I want to pray for people right now with stomach issues. The Holy Spirit was giving me a word of knowledge that there's some of you with stomach issues that need to be healed. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command your stomach to align with the word of God. I command all leaky gut syndrome to go. Inflammation, get out in the name of Jesus. I command digestive issues to leave, your intestines to align with the word of God, your body to produce waste, your colon, your bowels to work properly in the name of Jesus. I command all bloating to go in Jesus Christ's name. And I command those of you who have struggled with stomach issues to be healed in Jesus' name.
I dig it.
I came across that. Katie went to bed last night. This is definitely what you would hear after a long night of being a parent and you finally lay down with your wife. She goes, I'm not going to lie, I'm about to throw up. And I'm like, oh boy. And in my head, I know, because if there's Katie, push out a baby, no problem. She smiles.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to go, let's go on a jog. She just could go forever and ever. She gets a faint whisper of maybe a throat's coming on. She's the most annoying person on the planet. And I was just saying there, like, oh, if she's actually being serious, and this is going to be awful. And we just went to sleep. She woke up. She's like,
throwing up so much.
Throwing up sucks.
And hey, I believe in power player.
Do you think that she
and that came across my algorithm. I go, you know what? Healed. Bye. And you don't look bloated this morning too. Yesterday you were bloated, and today you look amazing.
I was not bloated yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's called I just had a baby.
But you feeling good now? No throw up?
No throw up. It's still a little, I feel like I ate something maybe a little questionable.
Not me. We had a Friendsgiving. Not my items. My items came to play. Stuffing and carrots.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty safe. Thing. That's not gonna.
I mean, carrots have E. coli right now, so.
Katie, oh my! Did you know carrots have E. coli?
Of course I did not.
Did you know this, Derek? No one knows
no,
this.
Not at all.
She's like, I mean, we're having
Derek
our friends
and Jake
over.
don't eat carrots.
No. Hey. Yes, I know what
they are.
They know what they're in their house. Are there carrots in your house, Derek?
There are mini carrots and full-size carrots both?
Both contaminated.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know, both of you, do you think that baby carrots are a different species of carrot? Answer that honestly.
Yeah, maybe slightly. Yeah, it's like a whole different thing.
What's your gut say?
I'm legit embarrassed to answer this now.
I mean, I didn't know either. I just said an answer.
they're just carrots.
They are? Okay.
Cut down to be cute.
Because some other food has that. I feel like there's a second version of it.
Potatoes have unlimited options. I mean, my mother's hosting Thanksgiving. Like any great mom who cares, it's the worst day of her life. She's so stressed. And she's like, we're all going to do items. I'm like, okay, I'll do the mashed potatoes. They're very important to me. And so I just kind of find a recipe, copy, paste, and they say whatever, Yukon Gold. And in my head, I'm like, I don't care what the potato. She's like, oh my God, Trey, I've looked everywhere. I can't find Yukon Gold.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a potato.
Whatever. Just
a
get a
nice
potato.
russet.
Russet? I don't throw up a fuss about a russet. I won't fuss about a rust. And she's like, we have friends coming over. Let's do research on the carrots, because all these people are going to be coming over here thinking, you're serving us carrots at a time like this?
Okay.
It's like, no one knows this. And then my first thought is, well, I'm cooking the carrots. Can E. coli cook? And you look it up, and no, you.
E. coli seems like what you get with uncooked things.
Exactly.
Cook your carrots.
I'm cooking I'm roasting these in the oven, roasting the heck out of them. She's like, we still got to check. We still got to look. And people are arriving. She's like, by the way, guys, we did confirm these aren't the E. coli carrots. And people are like, what are you talking about?
I talked to 4 girls.
And then you got in their head. I'm sure some people were like, what? Should I be worried about these carrots?
I talked to 4 girls the other night, and they all knew about it. And so I was like, oh, so everyone knows about it.
Okay, in Jesus' name.
Can we get back to Kathy real quick? I feel like, first of all, she was in kind of a Taekwondo stance the whole video.
It was a true power of fight.
Which I liked it. She's fighting off the Calvin Klein shirt, the hair. Someone commented, Fall Out Boy's changed so much.
So that is a good point. If you, especially our audio listeners, if I said, take 100 guesses at the brand she was wearing, how low down the list is Calvin Klein?
It's kind of sad, because at one point Calvin Klein was really, really it.
It says CK. She probably thought it's like the Christ King brand.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas
maybe
King.
if you zoom in, it's one of those old Mardell.
Mardell.
Christ the King instead of Calvin Klein.
It could be.
And I don't know, you can tell maybe she's got the underwear too.
I liked the message until she started shouting out individual ailments, because then you're going to leave some out. She didn't pray for alpha-gal allergy victims.
There was something about the way she pronounced intestines.
Intestines.
Intestines?
I pray for you make bowels correctly with your intestines. She's a woman who says
it's like Palestine versus Palestinians. You know, you mix those up. So yeah, intestines.
Speaking of, can you eat red meat again?
No, it didn't work.
You missed that in your maternity leave. He explained that either here or Patreon. No, he sure can't.
I'm going to try again this weekend, though. I'm going to have some Good Ranchers burgers. That feels like if I go out there.
Yeah. Do you mind me asking what happens?
It's digestive and it's tolerable, but it ain't no fun.
Intestines.
Intestines.
Getting a bunch.
Yeah.
Have you had the Good Ranchers chicken nuggets?
Oh, that's all I get. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those are legit good nugs.
Yeah.
Thomas he's picky and he struggles with the meat for whatever reason, which is very funny because Katie doesn't eat meat.
And it's not my fault.
Oh, yeah. She's tried so hard, but my parents are side-eyeing like, well, she doesn't eat the meat, so he doesn't eat the meat. Like,
where does he get it from?
But he's starting to nibble on those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's figuring it out. We have a great episode for you guys today. Happy Thanksgiving week. Hope it's filled with all of the fun stuff. And we pass that prayer on to you guys, that as you feast, your intestines handle it just fine.
I'm going to read one last comment. It's specific to you. Could you also pray for secondhand victims of stomach violence? Particularly pray for the customers of the Barnes & Noble in Oklahoma City on North May, whose bathroom I just blew up. Amen.
I've been to that Barnes. Okay. Good bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let's do it. Roll music.
Correct opinions. Correct opinions.
Oh, you know what time it is. Thanksgiving.
Make
money season.
I would say good decisions.
Make good decisions.
Drink responsibly.
That's all good. Yeah. And Black Friday now starts Monday, Tuesday? Yep. I don't know. But you're listening to this, and it's that time of year, and so Basic Sellers is running our biggest deal yet. 20% off site-wide is what I wanted to say. And we launched our subscription.
Ooh.
Where you can get signed up to just keep the basic coming. And the first 50 people that sign up for the subscription get a free I Like Wine hat that I've been wearing. A lot of people like that hat. That's how you get one. First 50 get a free one who sign up for the subscription. BasicSellers.com. You can use all the info for the discount and the links in the description of this. Go, BasicSellers.com. Biggest sale yet. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoy. It's perfect for the holiday season. Perfect, cute gift. Single serving bottles. Delicious. BasicSellers.com. Not to keep talking about this too much, but Katie, I believe I'd like to diagnose you with this.
Oh, fun.
Okay. Can't wait.
And I just don't feel... Honestly, mate, because even sitting next to you, I feel so guilty, mate, talking about it. I think about it because I'm so much better now. I don't really have to worry. I just don't think that's what people understand. God, I don't even want to say it. It's weird, I don't want to say it. I haven't been sick since I was 12, physically. God, see, I'm doing that on the chair. Because the anxiety is going through me now.
So this guy's so scared of getting...
emetophobia.
Emetophobia. The way he says it's way cooler. Emetophobia is probably how I'd say it.
What is it?
That's the fear of throwing up.
It's emetophobia.
It is the deep-seated phobia of puking.
I get it.
Is there a... Yeah, play the last few seconds. A
condition where you're obsessed about people being sick. And it is honestly one of the most debilitating things ever. Ruled every minute, everything I did.
So this guy, he's still got a severe case. I don't know. You're not.
I would say.
I hope he's doing well. Yours, you get to that point sometime. So describe? Is there a condition where you kind of like throwing up? Because I don't mind it at all. If I'm like, there's times I'm like, it hurts a little bit. It's just like pressing the fast forward button.
Let's dad
just get it out.
Was just telling me this. He said he used to throw up all the time. The slightest stomach ache, he'd pull Trey and just like get it over with.
Maybe you're going to a long concert or something like, this just in case something's gonna get weird later.
Do it now. And then he said one day,
it's making me really nauseous.
Emetophobia. There it is.
he said one day he did it just like he'd always did it. And he said he didn't stop throwing up. Something happened. He went too deep. And he said he just threw up for like 48 hours. And he was like, never again.
Okay,
It's
that's
like a
why.
secret button back there. It was I put my middle finger too deep.
That's the
And
difference.
it changed. Something
Because
changed.
He said never again.
You can throw up once and you can be done. I have never in my life just thrown up once, and that's the difference.
That's her theory, is or I guess your experience, that once she starts, it goes on for hours and hours.
it's not done until every morsel is gone.
She does this hilarious, where if she starts, obviously with all the baby making she's been doing, she immediately just sets up shop, blanket and pillow right by the toilet. And like our bed's
wow.
10 feet away.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes
do you really,
10 feet is too
she's
far.
Like, no, it's too far. It's too far.
It's too
And I'm
far.
like, please come back to bed. Like,
Again, you have never experienced where it just is continuous for hours.
you got a little bit of this phobia.
I think it's just what
I mean, it looks
what
like a
happens
real
to me.
condition. You definitely, I'm serious, because you are
I am nauseous. Right
unfazed by anything else to a shocking degree. You're like laughing through childbirth, and then this.
We don't have to talk about this too much more, but this is something I've actually never shared, but I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you ever like, you feel awful, you're like, man, I'm going to throw up tonight, I just know it. If the time finally comes, you got to like accept defeat. And a defeat is lifting up the toilet seat and getting on your knees. And then in the midst of how much pain I already feel and discomfort, I think, I really don't want to be here right now because I've done some disgusting things in this toilet. And now I got to put my face in it.
Yeah.
We need like a secondary trough or bin or somewhere to throw up. For the one time a year I
emergency
throw up.
Puke setup.
And it's always clean.
And it should be clean. It should be a little more luxurious because you're already going through it.
Yeah, and I've never pooped in there. That's the main thing.
It's
It
the
is
worst.
so
When you have to get
gross.
down in there, and then you're
So gross.
you lift it up. You realize, like, I knew I was putting off cleaning this toilet.
Oh,
like,
the
now I'm
bottom
down.
of it's gross.
Yeah. All right, we're done. But yeah,
That part sucks.
hitting the knees on the cold tile when you just like hey, getting to
Dude,
your knees
there's
is
been
no matter
times-
where you're at, it's a
Why do you
surrender.
think I
You're
bring
just
like a blanket and
I
stuff over there?
surrender all.
I'm not kidding. There's been times where it's so bad, where it's like, this is like the normal position, and it's like so bad that you're like, I'm like
Friday paddle.
forcing my head into the
Yeah.
wall because it hurts so bad. I have to get it out. Oh, and then
Okay.
like, oh, this is getting gross on my
Okay,
hair.
right. Christmas movies. We've been watching them. And I'd like to give our lowdown real quick. We've
Okay.
watched 4 now? 3.
3.
We started off with Hot Frosty. You see that one trending on Netflix?
Are these all new? These are like,
Yep.
they just came out this year.
And
Hot Frosty.
we're in a particular life phase where movies are something we'd like to do in the evenings.
It's if we gotta because our feeding schedule. It's like
We get him down, and then we're dealing with baby girl, and it's like, well, might as well throw on a movie. And I'm all in on Christmas because we're not. This is I'm enjoying telling this to people. I go, well, Christmas is more special this year. I kind of missed out on a lot of the spirit last year because I was in Australia and New Zealand. So it was a
Rachel and I were
bummer.
talking about that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
It sucked for us.
It did.
Yeah.
It backfired.
horrible.
It sucked. But in seriousness, we missed the real American Christmas, which it's not as big a deal over there. It's also hot, and it's just weird. So
Yeah,
it's
at the
nice to
beach.
be bundled up, tree up, fireplace on. Give me a bad Christmas movie. Watch Hot Frosty.
Can you
and
guys
it's about
here? I was gonna say,
Yes.
you guys give me the title. Derek and I will try to come up with a plot.
easy. I'll give you the title, and I'll describe the male and female main characters.
Okay, great.
That's great.
Okay, Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty. Main character. Extremely Jack Shred. He looks like the Blueprint guy.
Okay, this is already where I was headed.
You know the Blueprint guy.
I don't know what that means, but I know.
The billionaire who's like devoting his life to anti-aging.
That guy.
He, the main lead. There's like Zac Efron getting a 6-pack or whatever for these leads, and there's what this guy did. He doesn't have an ounce of fat on his body.
Wow,
that's
good for him.
That's the billionaire.
Yeah.
Pull up Hot Frosty.
Okay. You want to? Okay.
This won't ruin it. This would be nice.
Just
to
like
get a
the movie
visual.
poster. Yeah.
I think he's wearing clothes in the movie.
lean.
Oh my
Poster.
gosh.
I don't want to know what this guy did.
Oh wow.
But you
Go to the shirtless one
I was
there.
gonna say he's wearing clothes in
It
that
was
one.
right there. Wow.
Oh, man.
Unbelievably.
Is that real?
Dude,
Oh,
the
we should.
ads on
Well,
these.
let's give to them real quick.
He's insanely lean.
Wow.
And he looks
I don't love
fantastic, but there's angles where you're like, does
the
he
neck
look
up.
good or bad? He's so shredded. And then the main girl, we said she looks familiar. What's she from? Mean Girls
Mean
back
Girls.
in the day.
She's Gretchen Wiener.
Gretchen Wiener from Mean Girls.
Oh, wow.
And she,
all grown up, huh?
She's back in her little town, right?
What? They're
No.
guessing the plot. We're not. Why are you talking?
Oh yeah, I'm just trying too much. Right, hot guy, super lean. She used to be in Mean Girls.
That's all they need.
Why do you describe her a little more?
No, you don't.
Single.
Stop! They're guessing the plot.
I said I'm describing the two main characters.
You're giving away too much information.
No, you corrected me because I did start to describe the plot and I was done. So those are the two main characters, and Hot Frosty on Netflix. People loved it. What do you think?
Okay,
what happens?
Netflix. So right now I'm trying to decide if this is like any sort of sci-fi or if this is like realism.
I think I'll give,
because
as we do this
sci-fi
game, a single clue. A single clue is
You really
he
can't
has
control
to
yourself.
can't help it.
he has to wear a scarf, a particular scarf, the whole movie.
Okay.
So it is a little like that.
As you see, yes.
That's what I was wondering. Okay. So we've got a few options coming to mind now. One is like Samson and the hair thing. Loses his powers without the scarf. Then the question is, what are his powers? Does it have to do with childhood trauma like most superheroes? Was he bit by something? Derek, any thoughts?
Yeah, trying to figure out how the snowman turned into the Hot Frosty. So.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it turned into him.
He was a real snowman at first, I'm sure.
And then it got too warm.
Oh,
And he became
like
a
that.
man.
Yeah.
He melted into a man.
Oh, like kind of a climate change.
Oh,
Maybe a message.
Derek
a
doesn't like
broader
that.
message.
Derek shaking his head no. It's not climate change.
it's not Hallmark. It is Netflix, so probably.
I'm going to go, yeah, something to do with, is this like a Shrek and Fiona situation? Is it sunset? Is sunset he turns into?
Oh.
Is there a full moon type
Great guesses.
aspect to this?
Oh, full moon. But why does he need the girl? Well, he's got a mission, and the girl is there to help him accomplish the mission. It's more than just companionship.
I like this.
Hot Frosty. It's something. It's a play on words. What is it? Hot Frosty. If he gets too warm or too cold, something happens, and he needs the girl to help. How close am I?
You're in the ballpark.
Okay. Is
So-
it with heat?
So he is a snowman. There's
Yes.
this woman, the main character girl, runs into, this elderly couple in town who's like, I need you this scarf.
Oh, gypsy.
Yeah, maybe. And she's like, I really
Maybe.
want you to have this special scarf. She's like, ugh, no, I don't need it. She's like, and the old man's like, she's not going to let you take no for an answer now.
Okay.
She takes it. They kind of smile. She walks by a Jack Snowman sculpture in the town
So it's a
square.
snowman sculpture.
And the sculpture himself, they made it look like him. She puts it on. He comes to life.
I see.
And there is a funny element throughout the movie where when in like a climate controlled building, he's always hot. He's like, I gotta get back outside, or he's putting. And I enjoyed it because Craig Robinson's in it,
Oh, okay. Great.
and he's the town cop who's like,
Okay.
who's this new guy who's causing all this funny business?
Because he was streaking because he
was
turned into a
streaking.
real man, but he had no
No
clothes.
clothes. Uh-oh, guys.
and it's actually because you're initially like, oh, she's actually gonna fall in love with a snowman, but they play into it. It's kind of goofy on purpose.
Okay.
And his character's almost this ironic like cop who's always eyeing him down and saying, he goes, hey, you can, or the snowman, when he comes to life, he breaks a window of one of the local shops to, because he's a silly guy. He's learning to become a human.
he's barely human.
And so he's like trying to look for the guy. These aren't spoilers, okay? These aren't spoilers. It's also impossible to spoil these. Like, they end up in love, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like, you spoiled it. But he'll say funny stuff like, we're gonna find this perpetrator, man, because you can he said what? You can replace the pain, but you can't replace the pain.
He says stuff like that.
Yeah. And then she's like, why would I want to replace like the pain? And he's like, he constantly says those lines and messes them up. So they play into this. There's a point where I
Kind of
actually laughed out
ridiculousness.
loud that she made fun of me, where he's so hot, he's overheated. They're like, doctor, you're a doctor, help him. She's like, you can't defibrillate a snowman. I laughed out loud.
You like that?
I thought that was funny.
So
And it's
funny.
I enjoyed it.
Out of 10 snowballs, what would you rate it? How many snowballs?
I gave it a 7 on my Insta story.
7 snowballs?
10 being the holiday. 10 being, what's your favorite Christmas?
This is based off other Christmas rom-coms.
The holiday's another genre than.
You're right. What's the best Christmas rom-com ever?
Like,
Love Actually.
again,
Yes.
that's different than like a Hallmark.
No, but they're not really. That's just way better. Don't Love Actually is great. You love that one. Out if 10's Love Actually, I give it a 7.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay, how many snowballs?
So 6.
6 snowballs. Okay.
She does this in real life too. I want you to know.
Where you just want like a quick answer.
Yeah, I just like ask her something and it's always And I'm like, come on.
Well, it's funny because you also sometimes accuse me of like saying things that I don't really mean or like not really thinking. So which one is it? Can I think about it or should I just talk and just say whatever?
I don't have time for this.
Talk and say whatever. Okay, next movie.
The next one we watched was Merry Gentlemen, which is top on Netflix right now. Chad Michael Murray.
Oh, he's back.
He's like shirtless in a lot of the.
There's a lot of shirtless men in these videos.
He's shirtless in the advertisements here.
Can I see the movie poster?
Yeah,
I
please,
think that would
Derek.
help.
Merry Gentlemen.
I want to know how Mary's spelled.
Merry Gentlemen. Chad Michael Murray. He's shirtless a lot.
Okay.
And the girl, blonde girl.
Wow.
Oh, that might be. Just do that. Yeah. There it is. Merry Gentlemen. And the one clue is.
What you're seeing right now.
Yeah, you got the one clue. He's in a cowboy hat, like looks like he's thrusting shirtless. That's the main clue.
And the subtitle or the whatever you call it, a little sizzle could save the season.
I'm excited. This one's. I'm excited for how close he. Hot Frosty's a little obvious. Okay, maybe Hot Snowman. I'm excited to see what.
This is on Netflix again?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Google did give us a bit of a clue there. The movie poster alone gave me nothing. A little sizzle could save Christmas. So it looks like Chad Michael Murray. He's got 3 names and he's also got 2 jobs. That's part of it. If you were to watch the movie trailer, that's what they would say. 3 names, 2 jobs, 1 Christmas worth saving. And his 2 jobs are during the day, he's like something boring. He's a tax preparation guy. But at night, he puts on the suspenders and the top hat, and he does a little dancing at a little bar called Twinkle Toes. He dances at the Twinkle Toes, and girl walks in. She thinks, whoa, what kind of bar did I walk into? They're doing striptease. That's not actually what he does. It's a one night only thing to save the town hall. It's to save the town hall.
Okay.
Derek,
where's the female come into?
Oh yeah. Well then,
she's the mayor.
She's
a voter.
She's not involved. It's just about him like being hot and dancing for 2 hours. Like, does he fall in love? No, not really.
Derek's gonna tell you how the girl gets involved.
And then Derek.
Yeah.
It's actually that.
Town hall and kind of the funds to go to her re-election. She's running for mayor.
Yep. They all have a little political angle to them. Last time was climate change. This is more females in politics.
And that's all I got with that.
Yep. So yeah, it's about local politics.
And do they have romantic involvement at all, or
they do? Yeah, of course. Yeah, she never joins him on stage, but there's plenty of sultry scenes off the stage, and yeah, they end up together. They get married on Christmas.
Hallmark only allows 1 kiss per movie. Does Netflix have a little bit more?
Is that a
lenient?
real rule?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's why they always have to fake us out.
Yeah.
Wait, is that? That's just a rule they made internally. Like, let's not overdo the kissing.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they'll bend that rule a little bit, but
I do think it's funny because Netflix is doing this Hallmark thing with these. These are Netflix, but a tiny spicier. I just think it's so funny, especially as they get older, and you actually you are in love and have a wife, they'll just kind of be looking at each other and like say a cheesy line and kiss, and they'll just tongue each other for 9 seconds and then go, good night, and walk off. I'm like, who does that?
What married couple?
Like, the way you just kiss each other, it's either like, are you coming inside? Or like, it was so much. And then you're just like, well, I got to get my Uber now. It's like, whoa, well, don't kiss me like that for 7 seconds. That was insane. I just always say there's just like first kiss. Who does that for first kiss? Oh, oh, it's so funny though. Okay.
Were we close?
And then they fall in love. Like what? Because every movie, like Hot Frosty, they kind of, okay, he comes to life. He's a silly guy, and he's really nice, and she kind of breaks down his walls.
Initially, they were opposites.
Okay, she's not that confident. He takes his shirt off.
Opposites. I mean, he wants to save the town hall, and she has her own motives. Well,
so they're kind of enemies at first.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that I hate the town hall. I just think I'd rather use that money for this dog park. So they're at odds, and then they find common ground. They kiss.
Okay, all right guesses.
You're pretty close.
Pretty close. The bar. It is in an effort to save a small town bar.
All right.
So that was
not that far off.
Twinkle Toes, but it's called the Rhythm Room.
Okay.
So
again, saved the bar.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not spoiling anything that's like crazy. This is, I'm not spoiling anything, I promise. So it is, we got to save the small town bar. She is from the town. She comes back because she was a Broadway dancer in a big city.
It was supposed to be kind of like she was almost like a rocket or something. Was the vibe.
Yeah. Just big time. She comes back and like, hey, we got to save this bar.
Yep.
And she's like, I got an idea. This local guy's hot. And then they kind of like do these weird shirtless dances all movie to save. And then through that, of course, they fall in love. I don't want to give too much away because, again, I'm not spoiling anything. But that's the concept. There's some really weird, bad moments. But
does she dance as well, or she just kind of pimp out Chad?
She's the coach.
Okay. Yeah.
No, of course she dances, but this is
it is
a
the
certain
weirdest,
angles. We need
like
this hot guy show to get these ladies.
It's
in
like
here.
a weird Christmas
Magic
Mike.
Okay.
It's
and he cannot dance at all.
Magic Michael Murray.
You know, music videos or dance videos when they just do 6 jump cuts a second
to not let you actually
can't
see
even
them
really
dance.
see them dance.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Yeah.
But how weird is that concept?
That's great. I loved it.
We're gonna save my parent. It's her parents' bar. We're gonna save my parents' bar by kind of creating a little bit of a strip show.
Christmas tips.
Sex sells. And then we watched Sex Pays.
You got to pay for it.
Pay for it. And then we watched Christmas Island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Christmas Island. Main guy lives on the island.
There's an actual Christmas Island, so this is making.
Yeah,
I think
it's
right.
real.
That's what they're playing off of. Oh. Main girl doesn't live on the island.
Huh.
The one clue.
Wow, look at that. Look at those outfits.
This is a real Hallmark one here. And the one clue is
It's okay.
private jet.
Okay. This one's probably the hardest one yet. Christmas Island. All right, let's just start throwing some ideas out there. This is the male, you said lives on the island. What's his name? Doesn't matter.
Oliver.
Oliver.
She's good with the names.
And Oliver, just a couple things off the top. We don't see Oliver shirtless in this movie. He leaves it on. It's cold where they're at. But Oliver's rich, and his dad's rich, and his dad's dad was rich, so they got old money, private jet. This girl comes into town one day via it's something aquatic, canoe, maybe air jet. Water jet, one of those that lands on the water. Mm-hmm. She comes in via water somehow, and they have a little meet cute at the bookstore. Doesn't get her name, but he's determined to find her. Doesn't know where she's at, so he takes a private jet and he flies all around the other area trying to find her. Derek, what are your thoughts?
Islands have had a bad rap the last few years, so I think that they're going bankrupt on their island too. So they need to save the island.
Save the island.
Some Christmas. A lot less billionaires are buying islands. Bad idea.
They bring her in to help save the island. She's like a Shark Tank type person. You just go in and kind of make anything more profitable than it once was.
Great guesses. I do. Whenever you hear about like a search and rescue, people take private jets. Like we're 30,000 feet. I can't see.
It's just clouds.
Hey, sir, we're trying to find him. He lives on the island. She's a pilot.
Dang it.
Emergency landing. We're going to be stranded on this island through Christmas.
Oh, that's a classic trope. Should have guessed it.
Oh, whoa. Nice to meet you. You know the rest. And the detail was it's a private jet because she is a pilot. She was piloting a very wealthy family.
Okay. Did they get stranded as well?
They were stranded as well, but everyone's so nice and loving. They'll become best friends. They all saved the island.
The wealthy family is likable.
I kind of half watched this one, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
At one point, I go, they're staying in this house. I was like, wait. So they're super rich. Why isn't their house nicer if they're super rich? Honest question. She looked at me as like I called her the B word. She's like, that's not their house. They're stranded on an island. Watch.
It was the end of the movie. And I'm like, so you haven't watched any of this.
Like,
if that's your question, then you haven't watched any of this.
I really hadn't, huh? Well, that's why, I was taking care of her.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't. Oh. Give her mic time. Eva, what do you want to say?
Oh, she performed for the camera.
That's sad. She's tired.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Eva.
Anyway. I think everyone's familiar with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka, maybe the Office episode where he has the golden ticket idea. We decided to do that with Friday Pickleball. I should have brought the paddle in, but I'll just show it to you. So we basically did this. I don't think any other pickleball company is doing this, where we have two versions of the same paddle. You can kind of see here. Basically, one version is there's no Christmas elves on it, but it's a fun Christmassy looking paddle. And then there's only 50 in the world that have these elves on it. It's almost like the Tootsie Pop wrapper too. If you get one of these paddles, then you get like a 15% discount for all of next year. You're entered to win a 2-night stay at this luxurious pickleball themed Airbnb. You're gonna get all these discounts. You get to give away paddles to friends. Pretty cool little deal. So in addition to all the deals and other fun stuff we're offering at Friday Pickle, we also came up with a Black Friday paddle. Right? I mean, that just makes sense. We have to. So anyway, there's a lot to check out. Take advantage of that Christmas Elves paddle. Do whatever you want to do. Everything's super discounted right now for Black Friday. Help me out. Help us out. FridayPickle.com. Get all your holiday shopping done right now. If you're looking for a really terrible Christmas movie, if these have been too good and you balance it out, I have a suggestion for you or anyone out there listening. Last year with my in-laws, I watched a movie called The Flight Before Christmas. It's the worst movie I've ever seen, but it was so enjoyable. I think we're gonna watch again this year too.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Oh, bye. We'll be right back. She'll be back.
Not that one, Derek. Not that one.
Wait. Is that like a Lego movie? Was that Toys R Us movie?
It's the exact same name. That's so funny.
The Flight Before Christmas.
And it's Emma Roberts.
No
one.
No one trademarked it. They're just
I need to watch this one.
Oh, that's the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Isn't she Jewish? Okay. All right.
I need to watch. Oh, that's funny. Is she actually Jewish?
Yeah, she's like Israeli and.
Hey, actors, man, you can do it all. So I should watch that one.
I just remember, I don't even remember anything that specific, but I remember thinking this is one of the worst written.
Even the font that they chose,
it's just Arial.
Yeah.
Well, I reposted our famous Hallmark little sketch we did, and people love it every year. So Derek and I were talking, made up my mind. I'm going to make a Hallmark movie next year.
Actually, a full-on movie.
I want to make a 60 to 75 minute movie. I
mean, you love them so much.
I love them. People love them. And I mean, you talk about, there's certain things where I think I can do that. And you get down to it, that's harder than I think. That is one where you really do watch it and you go, we can make that.
Probably make this happen. So you're trying to make something for your YouTube page, I guess, something timeless that people watch every year kind of thing.
Definitely. Or I don't know what the best way to do it is. I've thought about this. I'll just be transparent with the Recties. If it's because making a full movie is, even though those are quote unquote low budget, it's for a guy like me, it's not. I mean, you're gonna have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to make one of those happen if you really want to do it. So
at least.
Is it a Kickstarter play? Is it something with the Patreon? Is it So just go for it and feel good about how it might go viral. I don't know, but Kickstarter might be it. If it was like, hey, we made our own $3. Do something that just seems accessible, but if enough people buy it.
Kickstarter's a cool idea. Yeah, because you're going to need some sort of funding, whether it's Kickstarter or whether it's a brand to come in.
Yeah, like maybe see if any brands want to sponsor it.
Because it's going to be minimum probably $50,000 out of pocket to make it.
That'd be so fun. And if it works, it'd be fun to just make one every year.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
And just so silly. And
I know.
Now the question is, do I just extend the existing video that people liked a lot and build that out into a movie or a fresh storyline? Because currently it's girl. She's a fancy New York writer. She's like, we need a new story by and you make it really silly, right? We need a new story by tonight. Yeah. Maybe the whole movie takes place in 6 hours.
It's like super bad.
We need it by tonight.
All one day.
Oh my gosh, you go to the city. Wow, you rediscover yourself. He learns, wait, you're just using me for one of your New York stories.
Your New York stories.
What are your little New York stories? and she's gonna leave, but there's a cherry pie 5K.
Whole town's gonna be
there.
You can't leave.
Again. Yeah. You can't leave. She's like, all right, I'll stay. And he wins her over with baked her own cake. And it turns out we don't know this based off our sketch, but I think the Cherry Pie 5K is to raise money to save his bakery because venture capitalists are going to turn it into a Gold's Gym or something.
A private equity offer on the bakery.
That might be the way they go. I don't know. Or is it a fresh storyline? What were you going to say?
I don't know. I was going to say I could make an argument for both. I mean, one, you've already got some of it. You've got the framework already written. I also think you'd have fun writing one from scratch.
But we do have a little bit of proof of concept. I guess people are like, it's almost like a trailer. Like, I want to watch this.
Yeah, it is kind of the trailer. Maybe you double down on that. And the Cherry Pie 5K is a real thing. Yeah. He's a baker. And you had the towels. You got to throw the towels on you over and over.
Okay, I think that's it.
You'd like to be a baker.
And then what's the title of that? Cherry pie filling.
Maybe. She's
Christmas cherries. Cherry shaken bakery. Oh, something about a bun in the oven. Ooh, that's the sequel.
That's the sequel for sure.
They'll have a kid together or something.
Because you're a baker. She's a writer. The New York, like a pun with New York Times or Washington Post. The Washington crust, something like that.
Washington crust.
The Boston.
Something's there. Writers.
It said Writers Guild.
Block.
Writers Gird. Writers.
Yeah, writers.
Well, that's ChatGPT.
Yeah, they'll spew something out. Gluten.
Oh no, it's like down right now. Come on.
All right, let us know if you want that, Rexy.
And give us a title.
Yeah, give us a title.
And do you want it to be about the old movie? The old trailer?
Yeah, Thanksgiving. It's happening. I'm going back home to Oklahoma, seeing all the family. Very excited. And I as I alluded to earlier, where we have a big gathering. People are taking different dishes. There's a big deliberation. When do we eat? Because there's babies, nap time, bedtime. What do we do? It's a whole thing. But I'm very excited. I'm tackling the green bean casserole, which is an honor.
Good job.
It's an important. Do you guys both have green bean casserole on your tables Thursday?
I don't know if we will.
I won't be touching it, but
you have it.
Yeah.
You don't? Man,
I say go 50-50.
Wow. That's good.
We'll have a lot of forms of potatoes.
Oh, let me guess. Mashed.
Yeah.
And you have more than one form.
Yeah.
Sweet potato casserole?
Potentially. And I think there's one other that's like more than likely to happen.
Cheesy potato casserole.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, dude. I'm a real potato purist. Sweet potatoes I don't need. It's too much.
And where did they come from?
They seem magical. It's just a potato that's all sugary,
sweet and mushy and orange.
No, it's too orange.
Yeah.
You ever seen someone throw a purple potato at you? And you're like, come on, what kind of Alice in Wonderland dish? Those are crazy. No, I'm going nice garlic. You like a little garlic in there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, garlic's nice.
Garlic. I did. I noticed I gave my mom, because mom's like, send me what you need. Send me the grocery list. My couple things I'm making, I need like a gallon of heavy cream. I just can't believe the calories I'm going to consume this week, and I'm ready. I'm excited.
It's all right. I've got some potential movie titles for you.
Oh, it worked.
ChatGPT does. Some of these are not bad at all. Some suck. Okay. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. That one's one of the. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's about to get better. The Sweetest Story. A Recipe for Love.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wait for it. Christmas by the Cupful.
By the
Cupful. Whisked away for Christmas.
Whisked away for Christmas.
Whisked away.
That one's tough to like promote.
It reads.
Go to the Kickstarter now and support my Hallmark movie, Whisked Away for Christmas. Whisked Away for Christmas.
It reads just fine, but saying it is tough.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got 10 more days left to give to Whisked Away for Christmas.
Whisked Away for Christmas. Damn it.
Frosted with Love. Too suggestive. Yeah. The Town That Saved My Christmas. That one doesn't even make sense. Okay. Love Written in Frosting. Too suggestive again?
No.
Once Upon a
Anything
Cookie.
with frosting is tough not to.
These are getting worse. The Christmas Recipe. Too vague. A Pinch of Snow, A Dash of Love. So really, we've got two in here.
Ooh, a recipe.
A recipe for love.
A recipe for love, and then the little tagline.
Colon.
A pinch. What was that?
A pinch of snow, a dash of love.
That's a recipe for a perfect movie right there.
I'm going to say, now try again, but make them puns based off of
baking.
Popular. No, we did the baking.
Oh,
based off of popular like publications, like New York Times. That was the route I was trying to go.
Smart.
Best thing we can do is Washington Crust.
Yes.
Oh. The the Frosting Post.
Okay, it's baby steps.
The New York Scones. These are tough. The Sweet Yorker. These are not good.
Stream my new movie, The Sweet Yorker. Like, what in the world is this movie about?
Bon Appetit.
Sounds racist. Bon Appetit?
Yeah, I mean, Bon Appetit is already about food. You don't need to add a food to it. Christmas. They didn't really understand what I was saying. Christmas in the Times of Dough. I don't know. AI's got a ways to go, guys. You don't need to be too scared of it.
The Boston Snow Globe.
Oh, that's good.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
I still feel like if you announce that, people would be like, "What is it about?" No. She's a writer, and it's
because she's a writer. For the Boston Globe.
For the Boston Globe.
Well, we never say.
We never say, but you know the Boston Globe, right?
All right, a recipe for love.
Recipe for love. The love recipe. See, that's suggestive somehow. But a recipe for love sounds cute.
A recipe for love. The love recipe. The frosting recipe.
Oh, gross.
Doesn't work.
Do you
cherry pie recipe?
All right, shifting gears. Do you ever have I saw a video on this recently and it kind of made me feel better about myself. These guys made a sketch on like intrusive thoughts, just like you're standing on the edge of a cliff and you go, or maybe on a balcony with a nice view, you're like, what if I could just jump off here and just die? Mm-hmm. You guys, does your brain think like that? Mm-hmm. Like you ever like, I'm using a knife in the kitchen. I'm like, I could just murder my family.
Yeah.
And you have those, and you go, I don't want to. It's like, oh, it's like weird. Those pop in your head.
No.
Does that happen to you guys?
Very rarely, but it's happened before. At the edge of a cliff before, or like driving.
In Vegas, we stayed they put us on the top floor. Shout out Red Rock, not to brag. So high up, it's so pretty. And one morning I woke up and I just kept having thoughts of like, this weird sensation of we all escaped death last night. Like we were on the balcony hanging out. I was like, what if
something happened?
What if one of us just like stumbled? What if we were like being silly and wrestling and a guy just fell over?
Well, that happens a lot. I feel like.
Well, don't make me think of more. She's like, you're onto something.
Well, I mean,
you're lucky to be here.
I mean, the amount of I feel like things I've heard. What the famous guy? I mean, he was really drugged out, but that just fell and died. The One Direction guy off a balcony.
Oh, is that what happened
I think
to him?
we do Vegas differently, but
yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, I feel like there's always something in the news of like, so and so fell off a balcony.
Jeez,
I fell off a what?
Balcony.
She said it weird.
The balcony.
Balcony.
You guys, you don't have. Katie doesn't have those. She also, you don't have an inner monologue.
What?
I don't know if I.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
No, not everyone does.
That's wild if you don't.
You
don't think.
You and Derek, you guys are constantly talking to yourselves in your head?
Oh my gosh, I'm
100%.
podcasting constantly with myself.
Same, but you don't.
I don't
You're
think
just chilling.
so.
No, you
Wait.
would know if you did. Some people don't. Some people don't.
You don't talk to yourself in your head?
I mean, yeah, there's certain kids. It's not that I've
She has
never...
thoughts. All right, take it easy on my wife, dude. Wait. There's just nobody home in there.
So no lapses, no neurons.
No,
No.
It's tough. It's such a tough conversation to have because no one. You are only in your own brain.
Yeah.
But my understanding is to describe it. I feel like sometimes I believe no one can think like I do because I think I'm so insanely having a conversation all the time. But you do too.
Constantly.
Okay, so you don't do that, right? You're not constantly like you catch me talking to myself all the time.
I catch you on the hot mic when we lav you up.
Oh, dude, I've had multiple moments
one.
where we're filming. There's one crazy. There's one very embarrassing one. I was like, no, I'm just saying something incriminating somehow. I didn't even do the crime. I was just daydreaming.
I don't think he didn't.
That's why I've never
off the balcony and
That's
push
why a total side combo. Robert Durst and the Jinx. Remember that one?
No.
It's a very famous HBO doc where he's hot mic'd and he's in the bathroom. They're trying to. He's the guy who got away with multiple murders because he's super rich, so
Jeez.
allegedly.
Okay.
And he's hot mic'd in the bathroom. He's like, "Killed them all. Of course, I killed them all."
Jeez.
And it's like this epic moment of the documentary. But I'm always like, I mean, I've said some crazy stuff on my own because you're just dreaming stuff up.
I feel like the difference is like there's constantly thoughts in my head, but they're not like they're like to-do lists, not like
They're like task based.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Like we said, you have a brain, you have thoughts, but you're not doing this about like talking to yourself and and this.
So,
So
like-
what if this happened?
When
You're
you're
like on a podcast. So Joe Rogan's talking to me. Do you do that? You ever act like you're talking to Joe Rogan?
I don't have imaginary friends, no.
if you're like taking a shower and you're thinking about a memory, let's say a fond memory or a funny story, are you just like replaying the events of that? Or because for me, I'm replaying that, but as if I'm telling someone the story. That's how I would go about thinking about it.
Our Vegas trip was coming up. Days leading up to it, I would think about, okay, at 9 a.m. our plan, we're gonna meet, we're gonna have breakfast, and we're gonna sit there and we're gonna.
And you would say it out loud.
No, not
all
out
the
loud.
time.
No.
But in my head, I'm trying. Oh, and this is gonna be so fun. We're gonna sit there, we're gonna talk, and then we're gonna drive to the airport. I'm gonna drive to the airport. We're gonna play this fun music.
You know
And
what?
we're gonna get on the plane. Oh, flying together is so fun. We're gonna have a airport beer. Then we're gonna sit on the plane together and talk.
I don't think I do that.
I'm thinking all this.
I think I do that when I'm trying to like explain things to Thomas.
All right.
So we're
It
gonna-
feels like you're making fun of me, Derek. Okay, well, so we're on the same page.
Yeah,
she doesn't
I
have
don't-
inner monologue.
I don't
Some
think
people
that I
don't.
do.
Some people don't.
I
wonder if
can't-
Rachel does.
I can't wrap my head around this.
Derek, what's the craziest thing I've said on the hot mic?
What are your thoughts?
You were getting frustrated with someone else that we were playing with, like a little collab, and you said something like,
Wait, what type of video is this? Golf?
yeah, golf video. And you're like,
Oh, that's so embarrassing because I know
it
there's
was
so
funny,
many.
like the what you said under your breath.
Because I'm also, as we're out there being creative, I'm probably mouthing or like
Things you're going to say.
things
Maybe
I'm gonna
that's
say or like
more-
a joke. I'm like doing a thing.
Yeah.
So if what you're saying, I would imagine is me maybe like saying a joke or a bit, not like to myself like these people are so annoying.
Oh,
I don't like these
10,000%.
people at
Yeah.
all. That's not what. But I've caught myself a couple times being like, "Oh my gosh, Derek's gonna hear this."
I haven't
I
gotten
feel
one
like
of those.
I feel like even one time I said once like, "Derek, just ignore this." But I know there's probably a ton of times I never picked up on it. Who knows what you're.
You like to
listening
sing a
back
lot too, but
Yeah, that's a little less embarrassing, right? No.
Katie, some people don't have an inner monologue, which is also known as an anindophagia.
An IQ of over 60. No, I'm joking.
The brain of a chimpanzee. No, so you have anindophagia as well as emetophobia. What was that earlier?
Oh, I'm getting so many
wow.
diagnoses.
Two diagnoses.
Wow, we're getting you fixed up.
Between 5 and 50% of people don't have an inner voice.
it's a big range.
It sounds like we don't know much about it.
It's probably because they do studies like this. Like, so do you have one or not?
Can you think?
See, it's hard because I can't read your mind.
can't
I
get in
kinda
there.
think like you don't.
People without an inner monologue may think abstractly or use visual imagery. Check.
Yeah.
Visual learner.
When you think of
Yeah.
the apple,
Visual
is
learner?
it very detailed apple or is it very like 2D image apple? Have you
Yeah,
seen that
just
one?
like a I haven't, but I would say
In your brain?
Yeah, like how you picture an apple when you think about it.
I picture a regular apple, like a 3D one.
Okay, regular.
I see what he said. I immediately thought of funny apple butt joke, apple bottom jeans. All that just started flowing through my head. That doesn't happen to you.
Hold your tongue. Say apple.
So you see one here? You don't see two, or when you think apple?
Wow.
No,
This is
I see
interesting.
Is there
one.
option 6 that has like Nordstrom rack? Wait, what do you see when someone says
see-
apple in your head?
I see one.
Yeah, I don't know how
4 or 5 would be
who
a
looks at
problem.
this and are like, yeah, 4. I envision like an N64 pink apple in my head. Well, that's interesting.
Katie, do you describe your brain as a computer that doesn't process thoughts verbally? I don't even know how you begin to.
I'm good.
Do you have long pauses in conversations when you haven't had time to organize their thoughts? That's the third
You're
bullet
kidding
point.
me.
That says
You're
it right there.
kidding me. You are kidding me.
It says it right there. It's the third bullet point.
And that's a big determination of if they don't have an inner monologue?
Yeah, and the last one says has to translate what they're thinking into words when communicating. So 3 out of 4.
The pause one's crazy. But 4 has to translate their thoughts into words. Isn't that just the human language?
Yeah, I didn't love a lot
But
of those.
the pause one's funny. Also, I'm learning too, there's something about, she says constant to-do list. There's something about the mom brain where now I'll talk to her and you could tell in her head, she's probably just being like, I gotta order new diapers. And I gotta like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes trying to talk to her, it's like, hello.
I mean, I will say right now, I do have a really bad like postpartum brain fog right now. I feel like I really don't make sense sometimes. It's bad.
It is shocking.
What's the worst example that you could think of?
I don't know. Trey, you help me.
It was a tiny one yesterday. We had our Friendsgiving, and I was like, "Oh, people are bringing tables. Who's bringing the tables?" I think there's 2 people bringing a table each, so we'll have enough. She's like, "I think there's only one." I was like, "Could you check for me?" And because I was like doing something, so she looks at the phone. In my head, I'm going, "I have no faith in her accurately checking this because I know of her."
It's
mom
weird.
brain.
I feel like I'm
And
just
she's like,
like,
"There's only one." I go, "Let me see." And within 10 seconds, I'm like, "There's 2 people saying they'll bring a table like right there." Like. Like with all due respect, did you look? Did you read it? She's like, my brain doesn't work. I was like, that's fine.
yeah, I don't know.
You made humans, and they're smart. Thomas is a genius.
I hope that they took my brain cells because I don't know where else they went.
There is a study that we are tired a lot more and exhausted because we're thinking about so many more little details than we had.
Parents?
Parents,
Yes.
and then like when you wake up, you stress about what you're wearing. You stress about like what's on your phone.
Oh,
Whereas
just
500
modern
years
day,
ago, you didn't think besides let's go get food.
Yeah.
So we're making more stressful.
Katie doesn't
minor.
seem to worry a lot about her outfits these days.
What was your famous quote from this go around?
Oh, what was it a few weeks ago? I said, "Could you resemble a woman?" Is that what you shared? Did you share that on the podcast?
I haven't heard that.
I must have not.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Hey, would you do me a favor and at least say resemble a woman? I thought that was funny. And then this week I think I said, how was basketball practice?
There have been times where I feel like Rachel does the same thing, and Rachel will address it. She's like, I just want to say right now, I look like a lesbian. Before you say anything, just long basketball shorts and like a weird hat on. How was basketball
We like to
practice?
joke around, and I actually do really, and I'm sure you do as well. I appreciate. It would be weird if you got all dressed up every day, but we're having fun. So I appreciate how you feel comfortable to look like that around me. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Katie,
And
I
I'm
would
still
love
attracted
to
to
see
you.
you.
I'm still attracted to you.
I don't know
Guess
if
what?
you're really
Still
like
am.
making it better with what you're saying, but okay.
No, I am.
There's one pair of sweats I'd love to burn, just not exist. I don't know if you guys have.
Oh, the sweats again.
Wow.
I joke. She loves to wear this one sweat that I will admit I bought offline. I bought it off the internet.
He bought
and
it for me.
And it's not as nice as I thought it would when it arrived, and it kind of looks like a scrubby sweat set. So of course she wears that. I gave it to her. I always joke like, "Who gave you that? That looks terrible." It was me.
Yeah,
I would love to see you in basketball practice, just gear someday. Just come on the podcast with just long, shiny basketball shorts.
It's like, is that a pre-wrap headband? I
That would
swear.
be so funny.
It would be.
We should have Spirit Days on the podcast.
We should.
2010 day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, gender bender.
Gender bender.
I remember we stopped gender bender my senior year. First year we didn't do it. People were like, "This is crazy."
Yeah.
We can't even have any fun anymore. And now you just do it whenever.
I get up every day and I go to school because I know at the end of the year I'm going to have a gender bender.
Yeah, I'm gonna
what's there for me now?
It'd be hilarious. Isn't that funny to think about? That was like 15 years ago. We were doing gender bender day. I didn't participate.
I was going to say,
cool.
there's no way you
And
dressed
now
up for Spirit
now
Days.
look at me.
Full-time gender bender.
Now look at me.
Yeah, full time.
Pathetic.
Jake, did you participate in the Spirit Days?
Yes, we didn't have gender bender though.
We didn't either.
Ours was like pajama day.
Yeah.
I hated that.
And pajama day I
That
didn't
should
get
not
too fired up
exist.
about.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Now kids just wear their pajamas every day to school.
What happened to this country?
I mean, true.
You got litter
What
boxes in the
happened?
bathroom. Right.
Right. Okay. What we need to wrap up here.
Should we end it with Judge Jake, or should we do that Patreon?
Let's do that on Patreon. Let's do this. Let's do a fan video real quick before we. Fan video or dramatic reading? No, let's do
Dramatic reading.
We'll do a dramatic reading.
Those are
Cue up
good.
the music. I got this here. Thanks for sending in the recties. Again, hit us up with anything at our website, TreyKennedy.com/correctopinions. Submit your fan videos, submissions, whatever. We'll get to this dramatic reading before we hit the Patreon episode. Thanks for all the super recties, still keeping it going. Unbelievable. So supportive.
Keep it coming.
Okay. Derek, hit it. This is an Instagram reel. It's a woman sitting, drinking a glass of wine with the text overlay, "To all the people who took advantage of my innocence and kindness."
Okay. People pleaser.
F asterisk 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 be nice.
Fart.
Stop giving the people the benefit of the doubt when they don't deserve it. You can feel truth and you can feel deception. The key comes when you choose to act on it without apology, but with conviction.
Confused by that sentence.
It's kind of a Mad Lib or something. I've been poked and played with for the last time.
Gross.
They may have seen me as a cute, innocent lion cub, but the fierce lioness that I am is not going to let anyone get away with that any longer. I am a woman,
Shocker.
and you don't want to mess with me. Is she a lion or a woman?
She was a lion
She was
cub.
a lion cub. She became a female
grew into
lion,
a woman.
and then okay.
Lioness.
Walking taller and standing more powerfully in who I am and what I am made of. Emanating the strength and ferocity that I have been pushed to embody. No longer willing to take anyone's SHIT. And let me tell you, it feels so good to let the rage wash over me in full force.
Wow.
Knowing that my intuition is spot on and I can trust me.
This is intense.
When you have a gut feeling about someone, you do not owe them the benefit of the doubt. Frequency doesn't lie. People can lie through their teeth and put on a show, but they can't hide their energy. Let me read that one again. People can lie through their teeth and put on a show, but they can't hide their energy. If I could give my future daughter or son advice at this moment, it would be: 1, you are not meant to be liked by everyone. In fact, I hope you aren't. 2, you don't have to be nice. 3, you are not made to receive others' approval. 4, instead of worrying about how well liked you are, pay more attention to how you feel when you are with people. Do you dread them? Do you feel disgusted? Do you feel like you want to leave every time you're with them? There are telltale signs that they're no good for you and you don't anyone an explanation of why. Just walk away. The repercussions of being too nice, too polite, and too worried about being liked can cost you your authentic connection to self. Stand up for you. Hashtag fiercest of a woman. Hashtag authentic self. Hashtag sacred rage. Hashtag stand up for yourself. Hashtag walk away. Hashtag follow your intuition. Hashtag confidence. Hashtag stand in your power. Hashtag own your feelings. Derek, can we see this video? Pull up the video, and this will really cap it off.
I forgot that was all. That wasn't even a Facebook post. This was an Instagram
reel caption, and it caps off here with.
Whoa!
Oh,
is that the song in the background?
We chose a different one.
That's not the song. It's muted currently. I don't know what's playing.
I was gonna say. I was like, that's crazy.
Watch it. You're gonna miss it. Watch the end. Watch the end. Watch.
after all you put me through. You think I despise you, but in the end, I want to thank you, because you made me that much stronger.
She just screams.
What do you think happened to her?
Yeah, that's a good question. Something obviously happened to her.
Yeah.
She used to be a people pleaser, which is not a bad thing. People pleaser is synonymous with being a good person, being polite, being considerate. And now she is, what's she hashtag? Sacred rage.
Sacred rage.
Sacred.
Katie, as a fellow woman who is perhaps nice to a fault, what's your reaction to this? And take your time.
Let me organize my thoughts.
Let the computer spit out some words.
Organizing.
Okay.
File save. File save.
Compute to language. I'm scared I'm going to have one of these breaking points one day.
Wow. It's kind of resonating.
Katie's like, I'm not there yet, but I could see it.
She just screams at me like a lion one day.
Rawr! Hashtag stand up for yourself.
Sacred rage is coming out.
Hashtag walk away.
I feel like what happens, like you're saying, people pleaser, like I would say I'm probably people pleaser, but you have to have like boundaries. Like I feel like there's a difference between just like harming yourself and being a people pleaser.
Here's my theory. This girl, she doesn't look that old. I'm going to say she's been friends with her high school friends for a few years now after high school. And she always knew these friends weren't great, but they were her high school friends. They grew up together. And then one of them just backstabbed her. And now she's just like, I'm not going to be nice to anybody.
Yeah.
You can feel when people are lying through your teeth. You can feel truth and feel deception. She's like, I knew it. I knew it, Amanda. You've always been trouble. And she doesn't have a lot of friends now, so she has time to type a lot of things in Instagram.
It is funny. I understand that, especially being married to a people pleaser. I'm sure there's times you're like, are they just taking advantage of me because I'm nice? You have to find a balance, but I don't know if I would then teach my children to not be nice. Like, you don't have to be nice.
Second thing I would tell them.
Being nice to a fault's a pretty good quality.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, people look at it as a flaw, like a fellow people pleaser. Overall, it's a net positive. It's pretty good.
Like, I guess maybe sometimes you're like, oh, I should have stood up for myself, but people like you guys way more than they like me. No one's ever who's ever been like, Katie, dude, that girl is such a, like, no one's ever said that about her once ever. That's pretty cool.
I hope not.
I haven't.
Yeah, Katie's flaws are,
yeah.
She asked for a veggie burger and got a real burger and still ate it. Mm-hmm. That's the downside of a people pleaser.
I'll just eat it. It's fine. I'll just put my intestines. I'll just do a tap dance.
And I'll reach out to Kathy.
Great.
Yes.
All right, let's keep this going on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. Thank you guys. You can gift to Patreon if you have a fellow recti. Gift giving's lame at our age. You got to get creative. So there's an idea for you.
There you go.
Fun. Let's keep it rolling. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Talk to you next week. Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to keep going on Patreon.
Correct opinion.